We are not human batteries. I used to laugh when Asmongold would say this on stream, but the older I get, the more of the system I experience, the more I'm convinced that productive, normal people are basically being farmed as human batteries until we're completely tapped out, drained, and empty. It's a scary time to be a normal person. There's really no incentive to be a normal person, to start a family, to produce value, when if you ever take a swing at that, give it your all, you're penalized for it. And I don't mean as a punishment for wrongdoing. I mean that's the default setting. That's a feature, it's not a bug. And when you look at your less fortunate neighbors and realize that they net out more than you, making $28,000 a year than you would earning $60,000, you start to see it. The system wants you to be useless and retarded. It rewards you for being a drain, for not starting a family, for not providing value to anything or anyone. I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, there was this gorgeous, beautiful girl. She could have easily been a model. I almost went to prom with her, actually, if my friend's older sister didn't say yes. Anyway, she had a super bright future ahead of her. And right after we graduated, she knew what she was doing. She was smart. She went on a mission to have as many kids with as many people as possible so she could get those SNAP benefits. Then, after that, she started an OnlyFans and priced subscriptions accordingly to not exceed her income limits to maintain those social welfare benefits. And then, while having infinite kids, lived publicly as a lesbian to not attract any long-term partners. That shit blew my mind. I was like, whoa, that's really smart. And how many of that girl is out there right now doing the exact same thing? And can you even blame them? You and me pay for that, and we loathe them for it. But someone put that system in place. Someone thought that was a good idea. Does it seem that way to us? Nah. Anyone with an above room temperature intelligence and like a well-meaning disposition would say, no, that's not a good idea. It's not helping the girls. It's not helping the kids. And on a human level, on like a psychological level, you'd be like totally right. But whoever implemented that system and thought it was helpful, they thought it was helpful just not for the reasons you and me would consider an idea helpful. The people I work with who scraped up a little and set it aside for retirement, they are bent over a barrel. Especially the ones that were contract or business owners, AC guys, HVAC people, pest control people that started a business. They pay for those benefits that go to the girls. In exchange for supporting those people, they are allowed to scrounge a little bit to live out their retirement. But at least when they were in their 20s, at least when they were getting started, they could go buy a house. They could go buy groceries. The surveillance and the record keeping wasn't so surgically precise that they had a little breathing room on paperwork and credit applications to borrow money and get started. And even after all that, 40 years of working out in an oil field, our parents and grandparents are still struggling to retire. I talk to them every day. It's what I do for a living. But where does that leave you and me, the people in our 20s and 30s? Where does that leave us after the ladder's been yanked up? I don't even want to paint a picture for you because it'd be something out of a snuff film. It's not good. In a world where productive people are farmed to subsidize the useless and retarded, it leaves us asking, which is better? To produce value or to be a leech? That's not what you want young people asking themselves. You don't want people in their 20s and 30s seeing repeat felons, OnlyFans girls, semi-truck drivers that plow into crowds and can't speak or read English. You don't want young people seeing that and knowing that those people probably aren't worried about where the groceries are coming from. Those people probably aren't getting letters from the IRS at Christmas. Those people don't have to worry about going to jail if they get in a violent altercation and they're defending themselves. Myself, as well as most of you probably, have to fight tooth and nail to get a little free time to play an instrument, to get some free time to go to the beach, to get some money to save for retirement, to get some money to start a family. And knowing what's tolerated by people who don't do anything of value, while we're worrying about collecting documents to show expenses. We spend like half a year doing that. All my 1099 people out there, you know what I'm talking about. You stress about it. You worry about it. They don't have to worry about that. It makes me feel like maybe we should just quit the game altogether. And you know what? They want you to arrive at that. They want to see you get cucked by someone gaming the system, pumping out babies and getting paid for it, while you wonder if you even have enough salary and job security to have one kid of your own. They want you to freak out, be depressed at cheap labor being imported in to take your job. They want you to feel the weight of automation and AI erasing entire industries. So Asmongold is right. The goal is to drain your battery until it's completely dry. To force you to take the UBI, take the welfare. It'll be better. And guess what? You can still make something of yourself. You can still hit it big. Just take that UBI and start betting on predictive markets. Life will be great. You still got a shot. Oh boy. There are no words to describe how slow you have to be to think human beings work like this. And like you'll find yourself asking, how can the people in power, the people in high positions making policy, how can they not like understand people? But they do understand people. The goal just isn't the same goal you want. The goal is to suck the soul and spirit out of people. Out of you, out of me, out of the OnlyFans girls gaming the system, out of the H-1B laborers working for slave wages. The goal is to put us all in the same boat and watch us fight and hate each other while we're all boarding. So my question is, what are we going to do about it? Think about it. If you have any solutions to this, leave a comment. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.